So we are at Martin House Brewing in Fort Worth, Texas. Is it brewing?
Martin House Brewing Company.
That's
All
right. Yeah,
there
Martin House Brewing Company in Fort Worth, Texas. So again, we're joined by Shugg. I don't know, what's your real name, Shugg?
No, it's Shugg.
Do we
Is
need
it
to
just
know
Shugg?
that?
We don't need to know.
It's
Just
Shugg
name
Bear.
is Shugg.
We'll tell you at the end of the episode. Stick around.
Stay tuned. So yeah, Shugg, tell us a little bit about Martin House. How long have you guys been established?
Man, so Martin House, we just had our 8-year anniversary. Yeah, so that was a few months ago. So we've been around about 9 years. We're over here in Fort Worth, so you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but beautiful Fort Worth is right behind us. We're over here on the Trinity River, right east of downtown. If you want to talk about kind of some of the crazy beers we make, our style is, we of course make the pickle beer, but we make a lot of sour beers. That's kind of like our main bread and butter, but we'll do anything, man. Make a lot of different wild styles.
It's really awesome. That's been something following you guys for so long. You start off with a lot more traditional style of beers, and then recently in the last 2 or 3 years, you guys gotten so extreme, from buffalo wing beers to Cheeto beers to Michelada beers to just crazy styles. And like you said, what is the inspiration for these crazy ass beers that y'all do?
The inspiration can come from anywhere. I mean, you're at the grocery store and you're walking down the cereal aisle, of course, and you see this, or you see this different flavor of gummy bear over here, or you and your buddies are just drinking beers at this table and start talking about chicken wings, and what if we put that in a beer? So it really just comes from hanging out with your friends and maybe having the munchies or being hungry or something. Not that kind of nostalgia seems to be a big factor as well. So what did we all enjoy when we were kids? What was cool in the 90s? And how can we kind of bring some of that back, but add alcohol to it? That's kind of what happens.
And I love it. And regardless of the beer that you guys do, it always comes out tasting like that thing that you're trying to shoot for. Like, how long does it take whenever you have an idea to fully execute said idea, especially whenever you hit it on the head?
I mean, we have a couple different systems. We have our big system for everything that gets distributed, and then that goes across the state of Texas. Then we also have our small system in the tap room. But I mean, anywhere between, we start talking about the idea, we kind of write a recipe. We have an amazing team of brewers and our science people in the lab and all that stuff. We've made so many by now that all of them have a really good handle on that. I don't do any of that. They all do that. They're awesome at their job, all my friends in there. But they write a recipe, and then we start doing bench testing. So how much of this certain spice should we add to this beer? How much lemon goes in this lemon icebox pie? So, I mean, it could be a month or maybe a few months, but we've got it down pretty quick now. After making so many beers and so much trial and error over the past few years, it's become a lot easier of a process.
Right on.
So.
And like you mentioned, you don't really do that aspect, but what you do is a lot of the branding and pushing it out. And you can make all the beers that you want, but unless you're able to sell them, you know, what good is it? So what are some of the things that you do to make sure that you get it out there, get them sold, and you guys can go to the next crazy recipe?
So I work with our artist, Donnie, and he is the man. So if you've seen a Martin House can, you can kind of tell, that's a Martin House can. Just because, even though if they're not like laid out the same or the same colors or format, you can kind of tell, this is pretty intense and badass. Yeah. So, I mean, that's number one is, what you see on the shelf, you're going to see is going to pop out probably. So that's really cool. I know that our team is so good, they're going to execute on the flavor, so I'm not worried about that. So all I got to do is just present it to our fans. I mean, they're our customers, but I call them our fans just because they're like my buddies, because I do all the social media stuff and talk to all of them. So I know if I just, present it to them, a little picture, a little video, and then be very responsive and talkative with all of them, which I love doing, that they're going to check it out. A lot of the sour beers is kind of like a really big thing. So we have that kind of in our schedule. It's a lot of sours and then a few other beers here and there that we try out for the non-sour lovers. But we kind of know our base and know what our fans enjoy.
Salty Lady, man.
Yeah. It's awesome.
That's the OG.
It's one of the most important beers we ever made. Yep. Probably. Yeah. Salty Lady.
Yeah, and it's still a beautiful beer. It's the best Goza in North Texas, in my opinion. And it's fantastic. So the other thing that Martin House is known for is the absolute insane bonkers parties that you guys throw.
Are you known for that?
Oh, I think so. The ones that I've been to, it's always absolutely nuts.
Maybe you've never been to a party before.
Yeah, maybe not. But I've
Bro.
Ubered plenty of times away from here before.
Yeah.
But, I mean, just in the last couple of days, you guys did Creed Fest, which was
Fest
a
was
huge
epic.
success.
Was Creed here?
Creed was not here.
But
Creed
your
with a K.
anniversary parties, the Sour Fest that you guys do.
Yeah.
So what can myself, these guys, and everybody else look forward to here in the next couple months?
Probably the Salty Lady anniversary party will be coming up. I think that's end of August. And also around that time, maybe a couple weeks before, is we're going to have another big old pickle party. So this time we're going to make a Great Punch pickle beer. We did a test batch of a tropical punch for the tap room, and it was just so freaking good, dude. It was amazing. So yeah, we're going to launch the Great Punch out here. But when you come to a party, man, it's just us hanging out in our backyard with our friends. So it's just, we just want to get as many of our friends out here in the backyard drinking a shit ton of beers. That's really all it is. Very simple. We hire the same dude to play music every time, my buddy old G.
Hell yeah.
Half the time he's just drinking Fireball and throwing football with us in the backyard. He's not even playing the music we paid him for.
Maybe it is a good party.
Well, that's the fans versus consumers, right? That's just nothing but friends, man.
That's it. So yeah, it's just get as many of our friends out here as possible, but also get the Martin House fans or the newbies to come out here and make new friends. That's our goal.
awesome.
Yeah.
So since Martin House is known for these crazy parties, what is the craziest thing that you've seen happen at one of these crazy parties?
If you're not allowed to say, we can leave it up.
Edit it.
We don't want to incriminate anybody, but
The craziest thing, I don't know. So yeah, we did the Creed deal last week. The lead singer, he almost passed out because it was too hot, so we had to take him to the cold room.
That makes sense.
He had to take his wig off and chill out in there and come out for round two. One year, I think it was a 3-year anniversary. We only had like 4 or 5 barrel-aged beers at that time. They're all 12 or 14% ABV. And there's this little hill over here by the road. And then we decided to put all the barrel-aged beers at the top of the hill, so the line is like
oh
that.
Jesus!
So we just started having a few people, falling down the hill and stuff like that. But we've been pretty fortunate. We never had too many incidents or anything. Everyone always drinks a
Drink
shit ton of
responsibly.
beer. Yeah. Yeah, we might talk about it later.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about Martin House. We wanted to kind of get into some questions for you personally.
Okay.
And so the first one that I have is, as far as all of the crazy beers that you've done, all of the regular beers that you've done, what is your favorite beer that you guys have done just hands down across the board?
100%. Man, I like IPAs and stouts. Historically, it was Imperial Texan. So double red, double IPA, 9%. We used to have it in the big old tall boys. And we would shotgun a lot of them too. With the Imperial Texan, yeah, that was our OG one. So yeah, like I said, 9% ABV, big old tall boy. And that was something I would come up here, even before I started volunteering back in the day. I would just pound pints of those. And it was so good. It was so hoppy and bitter. And that was the shit. I love that one. Historically, over the past few years, I think probably the big one was our first barrel-aged stout, Acheron.
Oh yeah,
It was
Acheron was
I remember that.
It is awesome every year.
Yeah, that was a big one, man. It was our first barrel-aged beer. The first one we put in a can, and the first one we put in the 2-can box.
And
So
that was kind of like when the
combined-
really badass artwork started coming
Yeah.
up too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. So that was I don't know when that was, early 2017 maybe. But yeah, the beer is the first time for us. The new packaging, everything combined. But I just love big old boozy stouts. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, pretty much all of the stouts we make are right. Columbiana, Cocytus. They're just some fire stouts.
Absolutely.
That's
So
my jam.
if you were to you're stranded on a desert island,
Mm-hmm.
what beer would you be stranded with? You could have unlimited amounts of it. What would that be?
Well, let's see, just one beer forever,
Just
and
one
it's a
beer
Martin House beer.
forever. I mean, until you die on the stranded island, but on the deserted island, yeah.
Man, it would probably be shit. It might be Texan. It'd probably be Texan.
Any type of beer. It doesn't have to
What
be
if it
Martin
wasn't
House, just
Martin House?
anything.
Oh,
If you opened it to everything,
oh man, it would be some type of IPA from Turning Point or Celestial.
Oh, jeez.
It would be the collaboration, virtually inseparable.
Oh,
Is that
there you
it?
go. There you go. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
That was awesome. Yeah. Why is that funny that that's an answer?
I know,
That's
it's
always
It's
my
just
answer.
like, what's the ABV on that though? Because you might die in like a couple days.
Eight,
oh,
two,
that's
I
not
think.
bad.
Yeah.
That's not
Mhm.
bad.
They Celestial brewed it.
You would be
Not
drunk
Turning
all day, but you'd have like
No,
some
that's cool. I could have a
nutrients
little bit,
out
or I
of
could
it.
have a lot of it.
Fun.
Or Fireball, that wasn't an option, but Fireball. It's my third answer.
The thirst quencher, Fireball.
That is kind of like a pirate
Yeah, that is. yeah.
type of drink, I think.
Yeah.
It's Fireball.
All right, so how old are you, Shugg?
32.
You're 32 years old. How old is your liver?
My liver? much older. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's 1,000 beers a year at
47
least.
or
Drank 8,000 or 9,000 beers since I've worked here.
Might just be a really good liver. Might be 23. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
Getting
if that
good
makes
exercise.
it stronger. Yeah, from
It's
working
getting
it
good
out.
exercise.
Yeah. What's your highest bar tab?
Ooh, I don't know, man.
He gets beer for
Bar?
free. Look at him.
Well, I buy a lot of beer though.
Yeah.
I drink a lot of our beer, but I buy a lot of beer as well.
Yeah.
I go to Taps and Caps on Camp Bowie. Bearded lady. I remember. I think it was our 2nd year anniversary at the Flying Saucer, and I ordered. The 2nd year. I think I ordered 20 tequila shots
Oh, God.
for everybody
Jesus.
on the Martin House tab.
That's a lot. Yeah.
And that was something that now there's a rule, Shugg can't order tequila when you go out on the Martin House tab. So that became a rule that day.
All right. So if Martin House wasn't a brewery, what would you sell?
Beef.
What's your
That's a good
favorite?
answer.
What's your favorite cut?
Beef jerky.
Is that a cut?
We
I don't
sell,
think it's a technical cut of beef.
sell
Cut enough.
craft beef.
Crab beef.
Talked about it a lot.
It's a cut above the rest.
No joke here. This is the future. Craft beef. That was an easy one.
What is your preferred toilet paper?
So whatever. I don't know. This isn't funny. I haven't bought toilet paper in a really long time, to be honest
what do you
with
use?
you.
No, has he got a
Bidet
bidet?
I haven't bought toilet paper in at least, I don't know, 3 years probably.
He's living that bidet.
Bidet
You have a
life?
bidet?
I have a bidet, but I don't
Yeah.
have it installed.
So wait,
Why are you buying toilet
you
paper?
just high-fived him.
I live in a duplex, and on the other side is Dylan and Katie, my best friends. So,
You just steal their toilet paper?
No. So I would buy the little Tide Pods for the washing machine, and they buy toilet paper. so that was the trade-off.
okay.
Oh.
So I haven't. Yeah, I'm like over 3 years. I haven't had
Do
to
they
buy
buy Charmin?
toilet paper. They buy the good stuff. It's not the cheap
Like-
stuff.
Okay.
Oh,
But you
okay.
wouldn't know what it's called because you don't even know.
No.
When you
Are
go
there
to the
brands?
grocery store, you're like, what are
I think
these
they buy it
things
from
in
the
this
Kroger.
aisle?
I don't
They
know.
leave it in the garage, and when I need some, I go out there and grab some. So they just moved out. So their parting gift to me was like, the big old 40, 50, whatever
pallet.
pack. Yeah.
You should really install that
So-
bidet, bro. Bidet life is
Yeah,
for real.
Ice got me the bidet. I haven't used it yet. I never thought about that. I haven't bought toilet paper in 3 or 4 years. The more you know.
All right. Well, unfortunately, we are out of beer.
We got to go back inside and get some more.
We
refill.
Shugg, we really appreciate your time on the golf course, coming out here, letting us come out here, and picking up our tab. That was really, really nice of you. But we love you very much. I love you, man.
Love you too, bro.
And we got to do it again here before too long.
Yeah, we can go hit some golf balls right now.
Hey, yeah, I got my clubs, so that works out well. But please like, subscribe, do the thing,
Comment, share.
Comment things.
all the things.
Only good stuff.
How about you guys comment which brewery you guys would like us to go to next, and
there
also
you
which
go.
golf course you'd like us to play at next.
Thanks, Walnut Creek. Thanks, Shugg. Thanks, Martin House.
There we go.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Thank
Right
you.
on.
Love you
Cheers.
Thanks, Shugg.